Kelly. New on AM Extra, there's something new blooming at the Portland Japanese Garden, and it's not just those beautiful cherry blossoms.
Yeah, the Japanese Garden has debuted its first new art exhibit of the year titled Vision of Place. The showcase features stunning photography from Portland's sister city of Sapporo and its prefecture of Hokkaido. And joining us in the studio to tell us more about this breathtaking art and Portland's relationship with the sister city is Director of Marketing. We have Megumi Kato here. And we also have Assistant Director of Exhibitions, Carolyn Supinka. Good morning to you both.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having us.
So glad you're here. Great to see you again. So let's start with the special anniversary that you have also this year as we lead in to this exhibit. Tell us about what's in store with the anniversary coming up at the Portland Japanese Garden.
Yeah, so this is actually the 65th anniversary of Portland and Sapporo's sister city relationship. Wow. It's one of the oldest of its kind between the U.S. and Japan. So the relationship began, where sister cities began following World War II as a way to help promote peace through cultural diplomacy and help reestablish a friendship between the two nations. So it's really significant to us at Portland Japanese Garden because this relationship between Portland and Sapporo was foundational to our very beginning. It really helped to grow the interest and the desire within the community at the time to help build the Japanese Garden after World War II on U.S. soil.
What a wonderful story, a wonderful history that we share together. And Carolyn, tell us how that we're celebrating this anniversary this time around.
Through this very special art exhibition, Vision of Place, which features photography throughout the garden. So in the Pavilion Gallery, we're featuring the work of the North Finder, which is a group of photographers based in Hokkaido. This is the prefecture where Sapporo is located, and it's the northernmost main island of Japan. And so these feature 23 different artists, so a whole range of themes and subjects.
That's really, really neat. And so when somebody walks in and they start to experience this exhibit, you know, how does it kind of take shape here? Where is it placed within the Japanese Garden?
In two different galleries, in the Pavilion Gallery, as well as in the Jordan Schnitzer Japanese Arts Learning Center, we're featuring the work of a local artist, Sandra Chandler. Sandra visited Hokkaido in 2023 and captured gorgeous photographs of the beautiful and iconic winter landscape, in which snow covers the countryside for 5 months out of the year.
Oh, wow. Stunning.
That sounds gorgeous. So give me, what do you think people will take away from this, or what do you hope people take away from this exhibit?
Yeah, well, this exhibit, I mean, it's just such a celebration of the beauty of nature. So we really hope that it might evoke a sense of connection with a place that might feel far away or people that might feel far away, and maybe even spark a little bit of curiosity to learn more about a different culture. Or if you're Japanese American like me, then maybe it's an opportunity to reconnect with your culture, to learn a little bit more about your own culture. Our mission at Portland Japanese Garden is inspiring harmony and peace, so we really value this idea that the more we learn about each other and the more we understand about different cultures, we're able to help create a little bit more of a better world through harmony and peace.
Well, we talk about it all the time. I mean, it's such a gem, you know, out there in Washington Park. It's so pretty. I was up there just a couple of weeks ago, and even just that moment of peace, you know, I went during, I will say, less than sunny weather the other day, and still had an amazing time, where you walk in and there's just that feeling of serenity, right? And that's such a goal. It's such a big piece of what you do there. So between this exhibit and the other things going on in Portland Japanese Garden, of course, spring now blooming, what else is in store up at the Portland Japanese Garden right now?
Well, so the cherry blossoms are absolutely kind of the star right now as far as what's happening out in the garden spaces. They just started blooming because of the sunshine and the warmer weather. So they are officially here. We're really excited. We'll probably be reaching peak at some point later this week. Hopefully the weather will be kind, not too much rain, as I think Ken was saying earlier too. So between the cherry blossoms, the art exhibit, spring break next week, it's a really great time for visitors to come to Portland Japanese Garden. We're really excited to welcome everyone of all ages to come and experience the garden.
Yeah, and as you were saying, I've only been when it was kind of like gray and gloomy, and it's so incredible. Just walking in there, you feel like you are not even in our city anymore. It is such a serene place to be. So it's very exciting to hear what you guys got going on. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
Yes, okay. And if you want to check out the new exhibit, Vision of Place, it runs now through June 10th at the Portland Japanese Garden. For tickets and information, go to japanesegarden.org. All right, 8:12 right